Alright, today I've got this boot lid and we're going to swap this over from, I got this one at the Wreckers because on this other tailgate the got a dent in it. Got a nasty dent too in the bottom. But what we're going to do is, I'm just going to show you how to do it. I've got all these trim pieces off at the moment. You have to undo these trim bits. These trim pieces were sitting in here and they actually hold on by clips like that. I've got all the trims off. I undone the headline and two. I've popped these down and I've got to unplug it as well. We've got wire in here, just a pipe. And we've got the trim pieces and I've undone on this side too, and so the headline doesn't get bent down. You can see it's a little bit dirty, that headline, but so it doesn't get, like, you don't mangle it. What you got to do is you got to come in here and we're going to take this trim piece off here. It's held on by a screw, so you have to pop this back, and you can see that little bolt there. And what I'll do is I'll grab a tool. Off the runner, and we'll see it's got a clip or something in here. I'll just grab this tool. This is just a trim piece tool. We'll just pop it in here. Like that, with a lot of great difficulty. We should be able to just pull that trim out. We don't want to put that trim anywhere, we just want to leave it there. And I'll show you the reason why I took that trim off. Now, the reason why I took that trim off there is see how it allows us to move the hood liner down so we can get in the back. I might even have to undo some more of that because we don't want to mangle the felt up in the hood liner. Yeah. So we need to take that other. Alright, I took that one off. I've got a little tool here. That wasn't supposed to happen. Just snapped off. I just undone them screws. I've just broke a tab off here, so I'm going to have to glue that on. So what I'll do is I'll sit that tab on the console so I don't lose it. Whenever you take trim pieces off the side, make sure you lay them on both sides too. And use the right tools and that too to limit the damage. Now what I'll do is we'll take the door sill off. See that with the interior, how it's sagging, we've removed any stress off it. So now, when I can get in here and we can undo this stuff. Film this. What we'll do is we've got a clip or something in here, but we have to undo this hose. Looks like it's got a clip on it. Yep, it does have a clip. I just used my fingernails just to spread that and open it up, so it haven't done any damage to that. I'll get that other tool. Make sure you undo it in. Yep, I'm going to be able to get it. Just whenever you take stuff off, like as you've seen with this roof line, just hopefully, like, you know, if what you see me doing with it is we're removing any stress from it and trying to limit any damage that we can do. Alright, put some wires in here. Oh, I've got another one of them tabs. what I'll do is I'll just go around and remove these tabs with this tool I've got. I'll just go around quickly remove these, and we'll take the plugs out. Alright, I've got all these plugs out. I went around, had to use this tool to go around, and whoops, still got one here actually. Right, got it. Righto. Now what we need to do is thread these plugs through these holes. Right, like that, so we've got it all on the outside. Same with this side. Thread the wiring through. Nah, we got one. Oh no, that one stays there. I'm going to try and take that one out. Right, I'll just pull this one through, and just be gentle with it as best you can. Rightio, now I've got the wiring out. All I need to do is show you. What you do is you put your screwdriver in this tab and you pull this out, and the you got to poke your screwdriver. That probably obviously make it cool or something. But if you put your screwdriver in and you prise this out, they'll just pop off. So you don't have to do, you know, undo the sides or anything with the Torx bit. Thought I'd let you know that. And when you go to put them on, you just push them in, they pop in. But at the moment, I'm just going to be hooking all this stuff up, back up, for the power of it. Now I had to swap some plugs over it because when I got it from the wreckers, they ripped off some plugs. We've got this main one here. The plug, oh, that's where the plugs are. Jesus, I thought, because I double checked the plugs. It should clip when that goes back in. Oh yeah, it did that time. I was wondering where these bloody plugs were. I thought to myself for a minute, I was getting a bit panicky. I thought, shit. I checked all the plugs and that before I even lifted this boot in its position to make sure that I had everything. So what we've got to do is plug these back in. Make sure the plugs are plugged back in too, don't go taking, like, you know, saying, oh yeah, it's plugged in. Make sure they are, because you don't want to get all this stuff back in the car and the shit's not plugged in. These are a pain in the ass to get out. They'll be a pain in the ass to get back in too. It's a bit like any of them though. A lot of these plugs. We've got this one here somewhere. Right, we've got one more to go yet. There's another one here. This is for the water. I've already plugged that one in. I think that one was supposed to go in there. We stuffed up here. I'm just grabbing my tool carefully. Just take that one back here because there's a I don't know if that one went in there or not, I'm not sure. Like that, that's how it all went. We've got one here. Back in there. Right, all the wires are all back in how they're supposed to be. Alright, now I'm not going to do this roof lining up just yet because I'm going to make sure that I've already put the boot down and checked the alignment, but I'm going to put these hood lining, these this hood lining back in position. I've got this rubbery and that, whoops. I'll use that hood lining. That's not the hood lining, the door sill. Pop the door sill back in. And that will take any stress off the hood lining. We'll just do the other side. Just pop this door sill back in. Because with this door sill in, it holds the hood lining up and it will take any pressure off it. Just make sure I've got before I do this. See, I haven't got it in here. Now I have. It takes any pressure off the hood lining further down. Like over here, you can see it did have a bit of pressure on that hood lining over where that airbag was. I wasn't really too concerned about the hood lining in that part over there where my finger's pointing in that corner. I was more worried about supporting it here because it will end up bending it. And if you don't leave it too long, the hood lining, like as you see here, like it's stiffened it all up a bit, which is good. And yeah, I've got to put all this shit that I've taken off back on. So these covers here, it's got that shitty bolt in it. I've got to put the cover back in, pull this back. Make sure I get it lined up properly. Bloody door sill in the way a little bit here. I might have to pop that door sill off. That's how you get them back in. And you've got to put the bolt back in there though too. Which way I've got the bolt. That's got it very work. I need to pull this bloody door on. Right, and pop our door liner back on. I was expecting it to go in further, but it bloody can't go in any further. And we've got Torx bits in these. Alright, let's shut the boot. The bloody boot lid latch is locked on it. I have to get the key. Alright, I've never had this before, but what actually happened is this boot lock jammed. So what I did is I pressed the key a couple of times and I got the screws on, so let's see if it will shut. Say we're going to need some adjustment, that's for sure. All that other stuff's in there properly. Yep, the rink's on there. Shut properly that time. I think the lock, because it was sitting around. But yeah, there's no colour difference at all on the car. The colour matches. Yes, yeah. Anyone that knows, that was the nasty dent that was in it, in the bottom of this one. I was going to take that one to the panel beaters. I would have resprayed this myself, but because it's a small area and it was a dent, I would have pulled that dent out, belted that dent out, and I would have put some fill on it and I would have sprayed it. But I don't have a proper paint matching system or anything. I can't mix the paint and spray it out on colour charts and then respray it. So this colour's, it's pretty close, similar to what's on it. It's yeah, it doesn't look any different. It doesn't look like an eyesore. It looks good. And because it is the boot too, like when you, like with the boot, if that colour was off just a tad, you wouldn't even really notice it, because we're looking at the rear. It's not like on the side of the doors, because when you stand back and look at this at the rear, like, you know, you can see it, but it's not like you know, standing at a mile. This is the damage what the Sheila did. She put a bit of a mark in the bumper of it on the back, but yeah, she told me she hit a stump. She reversed into a stump when I got this car. It's got up with stuff around with the boot at the moment. It's got a couple of little scuffs on it, but yeah, it's better than that dent. And I'm going to swap the badge over too, if you're probably wondering. The gap looks good on that side. The gap's probably a tad little bit bigger on this side. So yeah, it is definitely a little bit bigger. So it's the panel's in line here, and see over here it's not. So, but yeah, that's no big deal. Yeah, the badges, I'm going to change this badge. I'm going to show you how to do these badges. I've got a bit of experience with these. So yeah, anyhow, to adjust that boot, we just put the socket in here, the ratchet. Put the ratchet in here. Got my ratchet here. The boot lid, it's a 15mm socket, and I'll just poke that ratchet now, undo it, and we'll just move it over a little bit, and it'll be done. I can't hold the camera and show you at the same time, but yeah, just needs to be moved over a tad. I didn't touch these, we just touched the two bolts on the top, and I didn't tighten it fully down yet because of this reason. It's got to be adjusted. I just thought I'd do a follow-up video. I've put all the trim back in the car, and I thought I better not leave this out. I thought I'd show you. I cleaned all the roof lining, the hood lining. We haven't got no creases in it or anything when I took it out, so all that stuff's back in. I put these trims back in the sides of it. Cleaned all it. Haven't done no damage to it or anything. As you can see, I thought I'd give you a follow-up of it. I cleaned the car in that too, and I put this trim back on there. I didn't want to put this in there because this was just boring. Done all that, and yeah, I've got it all nice and level. Swap the badges over. This is inside the car after I've cleaned it, cleaned the seats and floor. I'll just give you a bit of a look at the hood line from back here. That's after I put all the trim and that back in. The you can see a tiny little mark here. Might be an odd one here or there, but when you ever take these handles off and that, if you don't take all that stuff off what you see in this video, you end up getting creases in the hood lining, and them creases will never come out. So just be very careful and be cautious of that. Don't go just being lazy unbolting it from the back, them two bolts, what you see me do, and just bend that hood lining down. Because if you bend this down, you'll get a big crease through the back of that hood lining, and that crease is going to be in there permanently. So yeah, just make sure you do that. And yeah, I thought I'd just give it a follow up, because in the video I didn't really show the hood lining, me putting the stuff back in it and that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, share, comment, and have a great day. And I'll show you this other boot, what I've got, what I took off. This is the dent in it. That's the nasty dent where it got a good smack. I didn't show you this close up in the video, but they really banged it up. And there was something else too when I was talking about this dent and that. Now, I was saying about I could have fixed this dent myself at home by belting this out and doing some paint and bodywork to it. I could, but the reason why I said I couldn't is because if I go to a paint shop and get the paint mixed for this colour's not going to be right. This colour's going to be shit. They can't mix paint for shit. And what will happen is this colour will be either light or it'll be too dark and it'll look like an even bigger eyesore. Even if you try to paint this section here. See, when I got paint for my ute, when I respray that, I got a panel beater to mix it up, and he sprayed it out in some colour charts, and he gave it a few goes, and he got the colour best as possible for me. But if I went to a paint shop, it's just like any you people go to, any you people watching this, if you ever go to a paint shop and they tell you, oh, I've got a colour matching thing or something, I can get the colour as good as factory paint, they're just telling shit. They're just lying to you. You wait until you go to spray that paint out and you see what it looks like. It'll be just a joke. But even with I can't think a spectrometer they're called. I couldn't think of it when I was saying the video, but it's a spectrometer. What it does, it takes a picture of the paintwork, and that's how you see it. That's what a spectrometer does. But when you actually look at it in the light, it's got flip and flop, and you can tell the difference in it. I just thought I'd add that. But yeah, if you go to try and touch that up yourself without having the proper system, you will make a mess of it. And I'll show you on this car. You see on this car here, this has never had a paint touch up on it. Now, there was something else I know someone's going to say in the video that, you know, he was telling shit or he was lying about the colour. No, you see the dark tinge here, how it comes down here on the paint. I'll show you. See that dark tinge there? That's how you know the paint matches. See here, the paint matches here and here. This paint was sprayed at the same time, the same year when this car was made, this gold. Now, when you come down here, this is a plastic piece that's been sprayed separate to what this boot is. These plastic pieces on this bumper, like in the video, they're not, this colour here is not the same as this, because the boot was sprayed on the car. This wasn't, and same as that wasn't sprayed on the car either. This is plastic and that's plastic. So what you got is you've got a corner piece here, as you see that. You can see the difference here. This is how they make cars. Like that. That's how they make cars today. Like this. I'll even show you the front bumper. Front bumper's the same. See the paint variation? See that paint variation there? Well, if I went to a paint shop, they'd mix me up paint. It'd probably be like this, dark, and then I'm putting on a colour like this on the boot and it'll be light. See how much of an eyesore that would be if you put that on the boot? So, I took a chance at the Wreckers and they had a gold one there, the same year, and yeah, the colour was the same. I wouldn't normally do something like that, but that's what you got to do. And yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, share, comment, and have a great day. And yeah, just take me tips from the roof line. I'm just trying to save people from wrecking their own roof line. And that's it.